Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. You guys have no idea how excited I am for this video. You guys already saw the title, so you already know what this video is about. I am going to be playing with the new Juvia's Culture palette. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then definitely keep on watching. Alright guys, so I literally just got this in the mail this morning and I was not planning to film like video like this today. I literally was doing like a more chill, laid back video and I got this and I was like, okay, I'm late, alright? I'm late filming with this palette. You guys probably don't even care, but you know, I was excited about it and I wanted to film a look with it in case you are one of those people who want to see my thoughts on this palette, see some swatches, see if it's worth your coin. See if it's good, you know, get all the tea, get all the tea on the palette. But before we dive into that, I need to show y'all something so ridiculous. It is crazy. So I literally only bought one thing. I bought one thing from Ulta and it was that palette. This is what they shipped it in. This big old box. They shipped this one palette in. First of all, wasteful, but I was like, my boyfriend opened the door. He was like, whoa, you got a package. And I was like, from who? And then he was like, it was like so big. And I was like, what the hell is he grabbing that's that big? I didn't order nothing big like that. And I was like, babe, if that's from Ulta, I'm going to be so shocked because it's literally one palette that I ordered. He was about to throw that away. And I was like, no, I need to show them what package this came in. I was like, that is crazy. Okay. Very, very crazy. But yeah, so let's dive in, shall we? By the way, all of the products I'm wearing on my face today will be listed and linked down below in the description, so it's easier for you guys to check it out. So this palette right here retails for $36. So in this collection, they came out with the eyeshadow palette and some liquid shadows. I wasn't really vibing with the liquid shadows. I don't usually use liquid shadows, to be honest. So I decided to skip that. And I'm honestly not even mad that I did because this palette is so freaking cute. Let's swatch some shades, shall we? I feel like I really got this palette more so for the duochromes. There are duochromes in this palette. There's so many different shimmers. Let me read what the back says. It says, Culture, the Explorer. Join us on our explorative adventure of the beautiful and rich culture of the Africa, Asia, stopping bursts of unique and irresistible shades, destined to make any look pop. And I do feel like your girl look is popping today. It's popping, especially this little halo moment we got going on. And we have all of the ingredients on the back of the palette. So many ingredients. It is cruelty free. It has a 24-month shelf life on this palette. It is made in PRC but formulated in the USA. It is the eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. What I love about the palette, first off the bat, is the fact that it is arranged so easily. So every look is literally a row if you choose, or you can mix and match different rows, which I also really love. But I just love the layout of this palette. At first I was like, oh, this is a typical rainbow palette, but honestly it's not. It's like giving more. It's giving more. It's like giving what it's supposed to give. Let's swatch some of these shades. I do not know the names, but we're gonna swatch. Oh, that shade feels like a topper kind of shade. We have a pressed glitter in this palette. I know some of you guys hate pressed glitters, so yes, be mindful that there is a pressed glitter in this palette. So let's get to swatching. We're gonna swatch it here. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Wow. These are some really gorgeous shades. This is the pressed glitter right here. It's really pretty. It's super fine though. It's a very, very fine pressed glitter, so it's not chunky, which is good. And then we have this one, which is like ooh, that's a duochrome. That's pretty. Let's swatch some of the blues. Hold on, let me wipe off my hands because we don't want no contamination in the shadows. This shade right here is really what sold me on the palette. This is a duochrome shade. Why is that so pretty? This is actually the shade that I have all in the center of my lid. So pretty to give that gorgeous pop. Let's swatch some of the greens. These are some really pretty greens. And then we'll swatch a few mattes. These shades are so pretty. So we're gonna swatch some of these greens that we have here. Wow, that green is intense. Wow, these are really pretty. So pretty. Here are the mattes. Here. Ooh, oh my goodness. Okay, this is good. This is really good. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. All right. All right, we're gonna dive in because this is so cute. Now that you guys have seen some swatches of the shades, let's go ahead and put this palette to the test. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. You guys already seen from the intro what look we're doing. This is the look right here. I really love it. It's pretty. I can't wait to see the look with like some lashes. I feel like the lashes are really gonna bring it together. I want to apologize beforehand about shade names. The first shade we're gonna go into is this shade right here called Kobo. The brush that I'm gonna go in with is from ColourPop. This is the E22 blending brush. I love this brush from ColourPop. It's one of my favorites. We're just going to start to kind of pack it in the outer corner and kind of almost wing it out. And we're gonna also build it up as well. So just keep that in mind. This shade is kind of like the shade that's gonna be peeking throughout the look. As you guys can see on this side, there's some pink and purple and orange. So there's a ton of different shades that's just gonna peek through this look. So I want this shade to show. So I am gonna blend it all the way up towards my brow bone. And just kind of like lightly feather flick it out. Okay. And I'm also gonna take some of that shade and pop it in the inner corner and just blend it upwards, and then start to kind of diffuse it all inwards, just like that. So it's gonna kind of look like this. I am leaving the center section open because that's where the halo is going to go, so we're gonna leave that. I am gonna also kind of like clean this halo up a bit so it's not so like a line. Okay, so now that that shade is to my liking and it's all blended out how I want it, we're gonna go into this purple shade right here. This is the deepest purple in the palette. Now, this shade is called Ito. Now, this shade, when I first put it on, you guys are gonna kind of see it's not as intense as I thought it was gonna be. I had to build it up quite a bit to get it to be deep enough like I wanted it to, because I thought it was gonna be like full on super dark purple, but it's not. As you guys can see, it's not very deep, which kind of sucks because I wanted this to be even deeper, but I could only build the shade up so much. But I am gonna blend this out into that pink, and I want to make sure it's all blended. We are gonna go back into the pink shade to kind of clean up everything, but I'm just going to basically place this in the exact same spot that I placed the pink shade down, but I'm keeping the purple much lower just to add some depth to this look. And then I'm just going to go back into that first blending brush that I went in with to blend out the pink. Also, the blending brush that I was using for the purple is from the Morphe Sweet Oasis brush set. It's like one of the small blending brushes. So I'm just taking what's left on this brush we used the pink with, and I'm just blending out everything because I want this to be really well blended and seamless. This look honestly is super simple. It looks like it's a lot, but it's really not. Next, we're gonna go ahead and cut the center of my lid with some P. Louise base. I like to use the shade 2. I love this because it's like the perfect shade to make the colors pop and make them super intense. So I'm just taking this on a ColourPop E26 brush. It's a really like flat brush that I like to use for concealer type products or wet products. Place it in the center. I might have gotten too much. Just gonna place it like that, and I'm just gonna take my finger and tap to blend. So it's just basically just cutting the center, giving me like a blank canvas to work with for the next couple of shadows we're gonna place down. We are gonna go into a orange shade. The orange shade we're gonna take is this one right here. It's called Juvia'S, and it's a really bright orange. It's super pretty on the lid. I was like, I really wanted to use this shade. Look at that pigment. It is intense. So I'm taking this orange shade on both sides of this like halo that we put down. And I'm just gonna blend it into that purple. I'm just gonna go back into that blending brush that had the purple on it and just kind of diffuse it into that orange shade there. Okay, so now for the fun part, which is the most exciting part, which is that blue shimmer shade. Oh my God. Okay, so this is a duochrome. It's this shade right here, and it kind of goes from blue to purple. I don't know if you guys could see, but it goes from like blue to purple. It is so pretty, and I was like, that was the shade that really like sold this palette for me, because I was like, I have to have this duochrome. You know, I need this in my collection. So I'm just gonna take this on my finger and just lightly go through the center of my lid with this shade. Just like that. And then I'm gonna take, where's my brush? I'm gonna take a Morphe M213 brush, and I'm just basically gonna kind of clean it up a bit and just blend it upwards so we get a nice, perfect little halo. And I'm just blending the shade into that orange. It is like stunning. I love what I'm seeing. Now is the time where I like to go back and kind of assess everything. I feel like I could add a little bit more purple. I did do a lot more building on the other side, so I feel like I'm just gonna tap some more purple into this look on this side, just to give me more, there we go, like that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more depth. All right, so to finish up, we are gonna do the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with my NYX Epic Wear liner stick in the shade, what shade is this? Blue Trip. So gorgeous, super vibrant, and I feel like this shade really brings out that duochrome shade that's on the center of the lid. For shadow, we are gonna go back into that purple shade, the deep purple that we went into. And I'm just gonna take this along the lower lash line. And the brush that I use for the lower lash line is from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collection, the JH46 brush. And then to blend out that purple on the lower lash, I'm gonna go into my ColourPop E28 brush. Unintentionally, all of these brushes are from the Stone Cold Fox brush set from ColourPop. So, love the brush set. I feel like you have so many options with it. I'm gonna go back into that first pink shade that we first went in with and just blend out this purple. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and then we're gonna be back for my final thoughts on this new Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette. Here is the finished look. I'm telling y'all, like, lashes really do make a difference with these looks. Before I give my final thoughts on this palette, I need to share my lip combo with y'all, because I discovered this ombre lip combo and I'm just freaking obsessed. It is really dramatic, it is a lot, but I feel like with this look it's just so perfect. These are the three products I'm using. The first one is the MAC Cosmetics Nightmoth lip liner, super dark, perfect lip liner for this kind of look, or honestly any ombre kind of look like this. And then I feel like I'm so far away. And then I'm wearing the two Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lipsticks from her newest lip collection, the like bright one. So I'm wearing the shade You Guys all over the lips, and then in the center I plopped on the shade I'm In It. Super gorgeous, Love this lip combo, in case you guys are curious. I did put a little bit more pink than purple just to like really emphasize the look. But honestly, you guys, this is cute. I'm living for it. I'm vibing with it. But let's get into my final thoughts on the new Juvia's Place Culture palette. Now, this palette honestly really surprised me because at first it's like, it literally looks like a typical rainbow palette. I feel like I have so many of these in my collection, and I was like, how is this different? But honestly, what really drew me into this palette, even though I'm so late with getting this video up for you guys, is the fact that there are so many beautiful duochrome shades in here. And that is so rare in my collection. I do not have a lot of duochromes. I don't have very many at all. So this palette I just felt like was so worth it just for those different kind of shades. I love the look I was able to create. I love the layout of this palette, the fact that each row is a whole different look, but you also can mix and match rows like I did today. It's so interesting to me because as they add more palettes to this like Walhalla line, they each go up in size, which is super cool. This is the biggest palette I feel like Juvia's Place has come out with the most shades in here as well, which is super cool. The Walhalla 1 palette, I loved this palette. This palette is still one of my favorites from the line. The Walhalla 2 one, I mean, is not my favorite one. It was great. The formula was great, but like the color story, it just wasn't vibing with it. I wasn't vibing with the square pans. I just felt like it wasn't Juvia's Place, like, you know. But I'm really digging this Culture palette. I really am digging it. It's a great price too for all the shadows that you get. It's fun, and the duochromes really do make this palette worth it for me. But not only that, the pigmentation, the formula, everything just seems so consistent. I'm gonna keep this palette sitting right here on the top of my vanity. By the way, your girl got her glass, which I'm so excited for. Your girl finally got her glass. So I'm just excited that I have this palette. It's great. I love when I'm able to add a new Juvia's Place palette to my collection because, you know, I feel like it's been a while since I played with a new Juvia's Place palette, which is interesting. That is that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this eye look. If you recreate it, definitely tag your girl so I can check it out and repost it. But I'm gonna end this video right here, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.